So,
Ka-cha!
Kacha, this is episode some number that is plus one, 276.
276.
Yes, it is that one. That number, it's plus one. So we are here. This is, September. It's the 2nd, not the 1st, but the 2nd. I was really confused by today, by the way. I thought this was the day
What do you mean?
I thought this was the day Joe Rogan was officially Spotify only, but it's not. It's not.
No.
End of the year.
No. Yeah, he's now available on Spotify, but the episodes are still airing on YouTube. And today he had Miley Cyrus on.
Yeah.
And I caught some of it. Did you catch any of it?
I started listening. I heard like the first 10 minutes and I shut it off. I was not interested.
You're not in.
I was not in. I don't like her voice.
I'm a Miley fan.
I
like Miley. I was checking it out, and it was very light. And Joe kept trying to bring it back.
Yeah, I'm
and
sure.
She would just kind of ramble about random shit for a while. And at one point he was like, "Hey, you kind of like go off the rails a little bit with the conversation. Like, how do you like chill the fuck out?"
He's like, with drugs, but I can't.
Well, no, she said she's sober now.
She said I can't talk about it though.
Oh yeah?
I'm sure she.
You think she's on top secret drugs?
Of course. She after little Nas X, yeah, of course. After her daddy got back.
After what?
After like Old Country Road, daddy came in with the black people. They're back to smoking weed again. It's like it's good. It's culture. It's kosher now.
Well, she said all of them smoke weed.
Yeah.
And, but she said that she doesn't do anything anymore.
Probably because of her voice.
That is why.
Yeah.
That is why. But some of us don't give a fuck.
There you go. Darren's voice will change forever. So
it will.
Now, as we always start off the podcast, I will ask you, Darren, how does it do?
Sir, it's actually what it do, and it does. It does everything it could do at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm recovering from late night private lessons. There's a group of humans that likes to train late at night. And I had a private lesson that began at midnight last night and ended shortly after 1 a.m.
Nice.
And so that kind of kicks my ass, threw my dick in the dirt. But woke up this morning feeling pretty great, feeling good about life. But I'm awaiting something. You teased something right before we went live. You said there were mean things coming, Anthony.
Oh, yes.
There were mean things coming.
So
I want them.
I would like to say that there's going to be an addition to my room. There's going to be a belt. It's going up on my wall. It's going to say the Anthony's Right belt, because just like my belt is now going to exist, so will the defense of the BMF belt against Nate Diaz. That has been talked about and discussed. You have told me many times that belt is not real. There's no title defense. But yet I hear it coming out of Dana White's mouth himself saying that will happen. So I would like to let you know that my belt and his belt are very real.
All right, now, what is your belt?
My belt is the Anthony is Right belt because I am right.
You are now the champion of Anthony is Right?
Yes. Anthony's
Why don't
motherfucking
you
right.
Love and Choke champion? You should be Love and Choke champion.
No, it's AMFR. Anthony's motherfucking right. Yes.
You're like, I thought about this a long time. You don't get to tell me what the belt is called. You son of a bitch.
Oh, man.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair enough. I was wrong.
Did you hear about that, though?
The title shall be defended as it is a real title. I was wrong. And I feel like shit. I feel like utter shit because I was wrong. I'm gonna cry myself into this joint right now. I can't believe how wrong I truly was. I mean, that's a fight that has to be redone.
Yeah.
That was a fight that was centered around people's interest, a belt that was centered around people's interest, and then it was anticlimactic. It wasn't truly unfair. I think that's one of the things that gets lost in how people tell the story. Like, oh, it was bullshit. It wasn't fucking bullshit. It wasn't bullshit. Nate was getting his ass whooped.
It was tactical.
He was cut. It was not looking good for him. They had to stop the fight. I legitimately think it was the right thing to do. However, it wasn't just a regular athletic contest. It was an exhibition. It was an event, a spectacle. And it needed a truly climactic ending or a natural ending at the end of 5 rounds. So, like, either someone was going to get fucked up or we were going to decide what we all thought about who really won and talk about that for the next 10 years, on and off. Make sense?
Yeah.
It was supposed to go that way. And instead, you get no climactic ending. You get no conversation. What you get is people feeling like this was bullshit. And if you create a belt, you create an event, you don't want that to be the outcome. You got to do it again.
So, Here's my
So
thing though.
you are the champion. Anthony is right.
So
Anthony is motherfucking right.
will people be upset if Masvidal does the same tactics again? Can he do the same tactics again? Because you can argue that those same tactics led to the fight being stopped that way. So,
I mean, the scar tissue on Nate Diaz's fucking face
but
made the fight end that
but
way.
specifically elbows. A lot of elbows were thrown. Lots of elbows, which is what I'm saying. I'm just
Are you
saying though.
suggesting?
Just saying that if it was a tactical, I'm not saying that Masvidal meant to do that the first time around, but I'm saying if he does that again, because that can very well happen. You're absolutely right. He has scar tissue. It's like Nate Diaz is not the type of guy to go get plastic surgery to get other people's like muscle put into his face to reduce the scar tissue. He's just not that kind of person.
Didn't Nick do that?
I think Nick did that, yeah, but Nate's not going to do that. Nick doesn't have that kind of money yet. That's why he's trying to do these fights. He's trying to get more money. That's what he said.
Look, I don't think there's a world, and this is what I fear your suggestion. I fear that you are suggesting that there's a world where they can have a gentleman's agreement not to have elbows in the fight to make sure that the fight is prolonged and the damage comes from the gloves and the shins and the knees and not the elbows, which are more conveniently located near the fucking face and can cause a lot of cuts, right? Now, here's the devil's advocate argument in my head.
Yeah.
They could do that because they made up a fucking belt. So if you can make up a fucking belt, you could make up a new rule for that belt. You could say, yo, in BMF fights, we don't be throwing no bows because they just cause cuts, and we don't know who the tougher guy is if the fight ends on a cut. So we're gonna find out. Like, I can make that. I just fucking made the narrative that makes that seem justified.
Yeah.
But that's fucking stupid because you can't change the rules.
I'm just
I
saying.
guess you can. I don't know why I feel like acting like the rules are sacred right now, but I do, Anthony. I feel both ways about it, like I feel about everything else.
I'm not saying it's like I wasn't suggesting that at all. I'm just saying like.
Oh, I think you are.
I'm just saying like would people be upset with the outcome again if that were to happen?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
we know that's a strong possibility because it's very nice to say in a record is that I stopped Nate Diaz twice, not just once, but twice. With elbows, but nobody knows the elbows part. It just says doctor stoppage. It just says.
Well, history will say that, but I don't think you'll hear George Masvidal say that.
Of course not.
I don't think that suits his gimmick, right? His gimmick is the streets, and if the streets say the fight wasn't really like what it was, then he has to agree with the streets. He can't tell the streets what to think. Otherwise, you ain't the streets no more. Does that make sense?
I agree with you, but at the same time, it's like Jesus is above the streets, literally. So, like.
Oh my god. you raise a good point. I'm worried of being on the wrong side of the Anthony-ish motherfucking right belt in the future. I have to be very cautious with my words when it comes to Mr. Masvidal, as not to end up hearing more mean things allegedly before the podcast starts. I was like, I wonder what I did. Like, see, this is how you know you're a bad person.
Yeah.
Like, when you're like,
what did I do?
There's a very good chance something actually mean's about to happen because I've done mean shit. Like, maybe it's coming back to me. Maybe somebody came into the academy you're training at now and was like, you know what Darren really like? He did this. And you're like, holy shit. Like, he did that? And you're like, yeah, he did that.
That's
like,
crazy.
I'm gonna front Darren on the podcast. That could happen. I don't know what it is. But, I mean, people have perceptions, right? Like,
Yeah.
all right, remember when you weren't there? But there was a student of mine who I consider a friend at this point, but he has a disability to some degree that people would call a disability. He has an impairment.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want to give it completely away.
Yeah.
And at some point we had a falling out. And when I kicked him out of the academy, people were like, "You kicked out a disabled guy." And I was like, "I kicked out my friend."
So there you go.
Like, what the fuck? But, like, the narrative was different, right? So, like, somebody could tell a story like, he fucking hates disabled people. That's what I heard. I heard he fucking abuses them. That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
Them.
And it's like, well, maybe you heard that. Like, maybe you did. So there could be mean things coming my way at any time. So I'm prepared. I'm prepared. The shield is ready. The sword is nearby.
That is fair. That is fair. But no, there was no real meanness.
I'm just.
Well, I will re-excite you by the Brock versus Fedor odds, because Mr. Brock Lesnar is WWE contract is up. He is officially going to be out, and everybody's like, "Hey, Mr. Brock, so we'll give you enough time to not take this test, and you can come in and whoop whoever you want for a gajillion dollars. Now we need this big time. So who do you want to do? Where do you want it to be? Do you want it to be in Bellator or in UFC?" And they're like, "Hey, wink, wink, John. Hey, wink, wink, Fedor. What do you guys want to do? Who wants to step up? Who wants to make the most money? Say something wild, please."
Okay, I don't expect Fedor to say a motherfucking word publicly,
Right.
right? I think Fedor would say game on. Why would he not? Right? I think John Jones would say game on. Why would he not?
What's Fedor's
Right?
nickname?
Like the last emperor.
What if he is there a way to it's like, can you just make it you thumb down the WWE belt or something, and then that's just his latest Instagram post or whatever he has, or whatever pictures he has up, besides Red Lobster and striped shirts.
I I would rather see. Oh man, I don't know. Fuck. Okay, here's the reality. Fedor's not in the fucking UFC. He signed to Bellator. And if it's Fedor versus Brock, it's a smaller event than John Jones versus Brock.
Yeah.
Just by the nature of it. Just by the nature of it. No matter how much Scott Coker would put into the promotion of the event, the UFC could do that Brock Lesnar fight at a higher level. It has more cash to offer Brock.
Yeah.
So I don't think the Fedor thing's a real thing.
Yeah.
It's not a real thing because they can't back the truck up to Brock's big ass ranch like the UFC can.
Hey, what's
And
up?
so when they back that truck up, I think John Jones is going to be the opposite of that card, and I think that's spectacular shit. Like, that's earth-shattering shit. John Jones versus Brock is madness.
Is it
Madness.
though? Is it though?
And I want to see it. Fuck yes, it is, dude.
How old is
Fuck
Brock
yes, it
Lesnar? Is he 65?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
He's a fucking comic book character. He's been champion before. So you can be this huge entity, this giant, scary looking motherfucker is coming back. He's a former champion. Here's him whooping ass. You saw some videos of him whooping ass in the cage. You say, hey, he's made a big name for himself as a performer in professional wrestling. You show him fucking spitting the motherfucker in the air 15 times. And then you're like, and now he's gonna face the fucking greatest of all time. Completely unblemished John Jones.
I wouldn't say I'm blemished. You can't say that. There's some blemishes.
Yes, you can.
There's some blemishes.
There's not a real blemish.
Those are
It's a fake blemish, and we all know it.
There's some blemish. There's some blems. Some blems.
Not in the character, not in the actions.
Oh no, there's some
inside that cage.
There's some.
And fuck the Dominic Reyes fight. I don't want to hear shit.
You got some.
You won fair and square.
You got some. You got some Tiago. You got some Tiago. You got some.
Tiago Spriago.
You got some juice. You got some juice.
Really nice guy.
You got some juice.
I'm a John Jones mark.
I'm just saying.
Reality is, he got his hand raised at the end of it, yeah?
And it got washed away.
So he didn't fucking lose then, did he?
Got washed away.
You son of a bitch.
Got washed. All I'm saying is this.
Revisionist.
If I'm not, I can't revision anything. It's whatever happened in your mind happened. But all I'm saying is this: is that the only way I want John Jones and Brock Lesnar to have a fight with each other is if Brock Lesnar and John Jones are allowed to take steroids. Otherwise, go to Bellator.
Oh my goodness! So you're talking about Japan.
I am talking about let's make it
pride. You want
pride.
to see them fight in Japan. You want to see Brock versus Bones in Japan on all the steroids, on top of a scaffold, over a fucking pit of alligators.
Yeah, some fire. And some fire.
With fire.
Yes, I think because guess what? It's John Jones will get beefcake McBeefcake over here and just grab that old man, just break all his brittle bones and just take him down and just hold him down. He's gonna, because you understand, he's gonna grab both his brothers who are legit athletes and be oh yeah, you're a big guy. Guess who I'm used to training with, and these guys beat me and they don't do any fighting. And it's oh yeah, so I'm gonna wrestle the fuck out of you. So that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be a quick night for John Jones and a long night for Brock.
Talking about the actual fight.
Doesn't matter.
You can't control what happens in the actual fight.
Sure you can.
So No, you can't.
Exactly, you can. Like, watch this. Like, Brock Lesnar is like a small man compared
Watch
to.
me do it right now.
Yeah, bro. It's like, watch this, dude. Like, all I heard is that, hey, guess what? It's like you're fighting a big, short dude. Like, he's a short dude compared to tall men. So, and his brothers are way bigger and way taller and way stronger and can actually beat up John Jones. So all I'm saying is, like, if John Jones just gets beat up for 3 months and then has to face Brock Lesnar, he touches Brock and he's like, you're not that strong. Just throws him on the ground like he did like everybody else, just out of nowhere. Like, it's like, and it's like, oh, like, shit, like, this guy is legit. Yeah, he beat up a former Olympic wrestler. Yeah, I forgot about that.
All right, look, God damn it, you're ruining everything, right? Our audience of 30 strong is gonna be super turned off, and now they're not gonna buy the fucking pay-per-view.
No.
And then it's gonna be all our fault.
I'm trying to tell them how to make money. Just bet on John Jones. Bet on John Jones for $1 million, and you become rich and right off into the sunset like John Jones. Why spend the 60 when you can make millions? That's what I'm trying to tell. I'm giving you guys the insider fee. Think about it like this. So, Brock is old as fuck. John Jones is gonna kick the shit out of his knee. His knee's gonna explode, and then John's gonna take him down and beat the fuck out of him, and it's gonna be hilarious.
I hate you on a level I can't even describe right now. Like, I'm so upset. I'm so upset. Look, we don't know what could happen in that fight.
That's very possible.
And it's more exciting to not be like, John Jones obliterates him. Fucking, he's old as fuck. Like, God damn it, dude. Did you hear the promo I cut on this fight just before you started fucking shitting all over it? Before you destroyed it? It made it sound like yesterday's news.
It should be yesterday's. It should be yesterday's news. There's nothing exciting about that. There's other things that are more exciting. There's way more exciting things.
You're like, there's nothing exciting about that.
There's like
everything's exciting about that.
For some reason.
Right, so then, because of the age factor, do you then default to saying that Fedor versus Brock is actually a compelling event?
It's more exciting.
Because
yeah, it's more exciting because
who knows what would happen?
Right, like you got two stiff old dudes. Like I'm gonna go. Let's see. Do they have any like 2020 footage of like Brock Lesnar wrestling? I want to see what it looks like. If it looks like Frankenstein, I'm not interested.
He does not look like Frankenstein.
Brock Lesnar, 2020.
He moves good.
Let's see. I want to see. I just want to see it.
But it's hard to say because look, it's not like Brock doesn't hit ropes and shit. Like he doesn't wrestle like a traditional professional wrestler.
Yeah.
He wrestles like a monster who knows how to fight would wrestle.
Right.
Right? So everybody's feeding him. They're coming to him. Like, the thing that he does the most of is lifting human bodies. He doesn't, like, run around or do a lot of jumping and shit. So he doesn't have to appear all that athletic. And then when he does something athletic, it's more spectacular. It's, like, really obvious that, like, oh, he can, like, jump over shit. And he's, like, a better athlete than a lot of people.
He's chasing Vince McMahon around, so it's not that wild.
You can't show him footage. You can't look at footage of him chasing a 70-year-old man for fake and decide whether he's athletic or not. Like, he's not supposed to catch him. He's a 70-year-old man who's supposed to get away.
I mean, he made this one dude shit his pants basically. So Paul Heyman. Whatever. No, sorry, Triple H. He made Triple H shit his pants. like I just saw him do go for a half guard sweep, and I just saw this dude's asshole. And it's just like, dude, why is your pants so soggy? Why are your pants so soggy, bro?
Oh no!
It's like,
how dare you bury the great Paul Levesque on this illustrious podcast?
No, I'm sorry. No, it's Triple H. It's not Paul. Oh, Paul Levesque. No, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Paul Levesque is Triple H. You son of a bitch.
I don't know these people. It's like.
No, of course. But why would you know Triple H's shoot name?
Yeah. He's got swamp.
I know it because I want him to know my name one day for whatever reason. If I could ever slow down the way I talk,
yeah,
maybe I can get a mic in front of my face that says WWE on it somewhere.
There you go.
Know? It's a long-term thought. It's something that I've thought about a lot lately. Because there's good training school here in Vegas. So I can bump and I could get behind the mic. Of course, all for a fee, daddy.
For money.
All for a fee.
For
That's
money.
pro wrestling, daddy.
Yeah, he kind of he moves all right. So he's still good. He's not.
Yeah, dude.
He's not too
Brock's a
stiff.
fucking specimen.
Yeah, he's not too
How
stiff.
dare you? How dare you even think that he would not be ready? The only thing is he's got to pass a test.
Oh, he doesn't have to
And
do it. He doesn't have to pass anything. He just has to show up and then fail the test afterwards. It's like,
well, he has to be in the testing pool.
Doesn't mean anything. Yeah, and then guess what? They give you an exemption for 4 months, and then you're good to go. It's like, oh hey, yeah. By the way,
Anthony, why are you so cynical?
I'm not cynical, man. I just know history
What
repeats
has
itself.
What has America done to you, sir?
You're a revisionist.
America...
You're a revisionist. You like to forget. I remember.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. I am being a bit of a revisionist at the moment. But it's just because it's more convenient that way, Anthony. Let a boy dream, you son of a bitch. Let a boy dream of a day that Brock and John Jones can fill an arena full of people wearing masks and shit, and then we can
Oh yeah.
we can all like cheer without spitting on each other or spilling anything on each other and not giving everyone corona.
Oh, dude, that's not gonna happen. Dude, like when there's any alcohol, there has to be no alcohol served. And that's never gonna happen.
You do it at 1/3 capacity. T-Mobile Arena, 1/3 capacity. Every other seat is filled.
John Jones ain't doing that. Brock Lesnar ain't doing that. They're gonna be like, listen, like didn't I just set
You
out for a
think the
whole?
empty arena is better than a fucking arena where every other seat is filled?
They're gonna be like, hey, listen, take it to a place where they don't care. Florida will have the least restrictions. Let's make it so that way we at least get like half to 3/4 capacity. I want that money. Give me that beer sale. Give me that T-shirt sale. Give me all that. Give me all that extra money. And if I get that, then yeah, we'll do it. But John Jones ain't doing that. He's like, if I see 50% of the crowd, I ain't talking to you.
What if there's no crowd?
He ain't doing. And he's gonna sit out another year like a bum and be old and be broke. Like all those other bum athletes too that play basketball. Like he's no better than them. They're all bums. They're all bums. Michael Jordan would never do that. So I don't care. You're not great.
All right, so your take on the NBA situation is that if they were truly great, they'd be playing right now.
Yeah, because no, not even they were truly great. If they were winners,
Are they not? So they're still not playing.
as far as I know, let me double check.
Because I was only aware of them stopping out for one game, but I don't follow basketball.
Oh no, they are.
Isn't it the fucking playoffs or some shit?
It is the playoffs. So I was wrong. They did play. They did play Sunday. They played.
So they sat out for a second to protest, and now they're back.
Yeah, now they're back.
Right?
Yeah. So
And they have all these messages on the back of their jerseys that are supposed to support the idea of Black Lives Matter. I think Black Lives Matter might be written on the court.
Probably. Why would you do that? Don't do that, dude. Like, take all that money and then like give it to somebody. Like, give it to people. Like, why would you waste all that money to put it out there on some show that nobody's gonna care?
Here's what I would have rather have seen. If they wanted to make the same display and they put "End Police Brutality."
Yes. Me and you have the same agreement on that.
I would much rather see that on the court than the name of a very specific group, right? With a mission, right? Whose mission, in my opinion, expands outside of ending police brutality, right?
Yes.
Which, as a concept, for fuck's sake, you can never actually do. You can reduce chances of it occurring, but you can't reduce the chances that one person or two people are going to beat the fuck out of somebody.
Yes.
You can't erase people beating the fuck out of people.
Correct.
You can't do that.
Correct.
You can't end fucking
anything.
like,
anything.
Jesus.
Anything. You can't end anything. You can't end anything.
On what planet are we thinking about ending shit?
But
are we gonna end masturbation? We're gonna end that. What are we gonna end?
No fap.
End anything.
No fap. See,
End something.
those things are catchy and they make money.
Show me something that ends without something's existence ceasing.
Nothing.
God damn it. Not that I'm hot about it.
Oh man, I've had this. I had the same argument. I was like, yo, it's like if you want these people and you want to call them racist or just white people, we can just say that since it's easier for people to understand.
Shorthand. White people.
White people. It's like if you want these people who don't support your message to support it, you're gonna make it broader. I understand that there's other things you want to accomplish, but you have to realize change is slow. Change sucks. Somehow in 8 years you went from everybody who voted for a black president to voting for somebody who is in a lot of people's opinions a complete asshole. Somehow that happened. How that happened, we don't know. People don't really want to talk about it or talk about how to get those people back. But I think that would be a better idea to think about than being like, hey, let's just make it about let's just specify this one group. Like the message makes sense, or the idea makes sense. The message is muddy, and if you do it that way, because there's dumb people out there.
How dare you say muddy, you fucking racist.
That's fine.
You fucking, what is it? What do they call it when you make a silent call?
It's like dog whistling.
Yeah, you fucking dog whistled the racist just now.
I thank you for explaining that definition. I somehow was able to pick up on that. I never knew that before, honestly. But it's a new word.
You're a dog whistling fucking coon, Anthony. Everyone knows.
Apparently. but my thing has been this, and it's been like this forever. Is like
I'm gonna get us kicked off YouTube
nah, we're
for
fine.
hate speech.
We're fine. We go. No, dude, they allow
No, that might be good. Maybe if I can get us kicked off YouTube, more people will watch. You know, like
Nah.
if I just go fucking ape shit and just say racial slurs for 3 or 4 minutes straight.
That's not gonna happen.
Just,
That
like,
you want
just read them off my phone.
That's not gonna work. If you really want to get on, if you really want to get off kicked off YouTube quicker, you have to target a particular YouTuber and make like 6 videos about them, and then they like bullying them, and then
6, huh?
6, specifically 6, yeah. And they will ban you from YouTube immediately, or
I don't want to be banned.
Well,
I just want to be like,
they
I
make
want to be
like
persecuted.
make like one or two,
publicly.
make 1 or 2, so you have 2 strikes. So you have 2 strikes, or but like yeah, like you're not gonna get kicked
We
off.
have 2 strikes.
No, I said if you want to, you have to make 2 videos to get 2 strikes. But like, yeah, you're not gonna get kicked off for saying that. They don't care about you killing dogs on YouTube, so they don't care. They're not gonna worry about that.
Whoa.
I'm dead serious. There's like a big,
Sucks.
there's a big thing in like the Spanish YouTube community right now where they've just been like they're killing dogs. Like some big Spanish YouTubers been killing dogs and like kittens on YouTube. Like he has like videos of him just like being like he finds like he runs over like the tire a little bit, then finds all these like baby kittens in the tire that are like a little bit damaged and tries to save them, or he'll like light them on fire. It's like dark and nobody does anything.
Whoa.
About it. Yeah, it's super dark.
Oh no, God, I hate everyone.
So trust me, racial slurs are not gonna save you or not gonna help you.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Yep. But anyway, about these black people. So, but basically, yeah, no, you just need to essentially just realize that like making the message broader for everybody, because there's dumb people out there that don't understand. Like, it's not about me. Yeah, no, it's not about you. Then I don't want to talk to you. Then it's like, well, you need that person. You need 51% to make the change happen.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
It's a very good point. It's not about me.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people that feel that exclusion leads to resentment.
Yep.
Right? If you tell me I can't come to your party, I'm not on the list.
Fuck this.
Fuck this party, dog. This party is whack as fuck. Look at these fucking square ass motherfuckers. I bet they have shitty weed. Let's go.
Exactly. So,
let's go.
yeah. Yeah. It's just.
That's totally a good point.
Yeah, it's just silly because like you're losing advertisers, you're losing viewers, like doing it that way. And if that's what you want to make less money.
Speaking of the NBA.
Yeah, speaking of the NBA specifically, if you want to not make money and then not help your community with that money, or help people that look like you with that money, then I suggest you just smile to the white person, take that paycheck, and say end police brutality, like Michael Jordan would have done.
That's what you think Mike would have done, or has
That's-
he publicly said?
I'm pretty sure he's publicly said that he says like white people buy sneakers too. I think that's what he said.
Ooh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, he's like white people buy sneakers too.
Damn, Mike's telling it like
Yeah.
it's about these dollars, cuz.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Look, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
White people buy sneakers. Kids in trailer parks have posters of Tupac on their wall.
Exactly.
Like, don't lose out on people that would support you
Yeah.
by using exclusionary language.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's just language.
Yeah, it is. And
Subtle shit. Subtle shit.
yeah.
All right, so Rock a free agent. The NBA sucks.
Yeah. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, we can do a quick pit stop on the day of our greatest downfall of our country, 9/11.
What?
Yes.
We can do a quick pit stop?
Yeah, quick pit stop. Phil Davis versus Lyoto Machida is on Bellator, and there's quite a few little like hot bangers in there for the main event. They have Raymond Daniels versus Peter Stanoyek. They have Ed Roof versus Taylor Johnson, and they have Kat Zingano versus Gabby Holloway. So
Okay.
yeah, so it's kind of a hot
So
one.
I think that's like an A-side heavy card.
Yeah.
Right? So like you get a main event, you have 2 names,
Mhm.
and then you get 3 other fights where you're familiar with one of these entities and you think of them fondly to some degree.
Yes.
Right? So you have A-side fights and a main event. And that's happening on 9/11? Is that
Yes.
what you're saying?
Yes. This is.
Well, I mean, there are people who want to just like do nothing on that day forever.
Yeah.
There are people that think that we shouldn't have any events, that like the country should stop for that day. And I get that. I get that. But if it falls on a Saturday, we got to have sports that day.
Yeah. So this one's. Yeah. This is.
Falls on a Sunday,
I'm gonna have sports.
we got to have sports, mama.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But if it falls during your work week, I'm happy to pause for you.
Well, it's a Friday.
I'm happy to pause for you. Friday too.
Yeah, so it's Friday. Yeah, I'll be seeing Dave Chappelle and be calling my mom and saying, "Hey, I'm happy that you're alive."
Is that when you're going?
Yeah, I mean that's the day. So it's gonna be.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
It'll be fucking
Exactly.
ridiculous.
Exactly. I picked that day purposely.
I hate you even more now. I hated you just because you were gonna be in the presence of such a great fucking act, such a great fucking artist, and now you're gonna be in his presence at a time where there's like another thing to obviously discuss.
Yes.
Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to punch you through the fucking.
It was very specific. I was like, oh, nobody picked this date. I wonder why. I should pick this date because it's a way better idea to see something cool happen.
He is a legend.
Yeah.
What a fucking legend. That's so awesome. All right, I'm very upset with you. So yeah, he's the most brilliant artist ever. Let's talk about art for a second, Anthony.
Sure.
Because I saw something.
What did you see? What is art?
Oh, I saw the Nicki Minaj, fucking Cardi B. No, it's fucking.
How
Meg
dare
Thee
you?
Stallion
How dare you?
Cardi B video.
Yeah.
Look, apparently, that little click is all the same to me. I saw the video for Wet Ass Pussy.
Yes, you did.
I did. I saw the video, and I was underwhelmed.
I was
Like,
too.
Some of the lines they said made me laugh, right? Like they said some funny shit in that video,
Yeah.
and in the song, but the video itself wasn't nearly as fucking racy as one would think for a song called Wet Ass Pussy. Like, if I'm gonna make a song called Wet Ass Pussy, at some point, it's not that I don't expect to see your pussy, right? That would be absurd. Now it's a triple X video,
Right.
right? But like, there wasn't a lot of imagery of that concept. It was really just like a booty shaking video with pasties on titties
And tigers.
and a little like face stroking.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't crazy at all.
Yeah.
And for it to have that much buzz and for people to be like, some people were up in arms about it. I'm like, this was nothing.
Yeah.
This was nothing. Like, motherfucker, I was alive in the 90s when Madonna would go on stage and jerk off every night.
Yeah.
Like, that was some wild shit. She put out a book called Sex with nudes in it as a pop star.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's some wild shit. Making a video where like some of your boob is out, isn't that fucking crazy? Like, I was underwhelmed. So there were some funny lines though, but they were all things that people just say. Like I didn't hear anything in it that like they made the mac and cheese reference.
Yeah.
There was some talk of like choking on dicks and like how big a dick needs to be and what the shape should be and shit. Like,
Yeah.
But none of that was like shit I haven't seen in a meme or heard out of somebody's mouth or done. Like, I wasn't like, oh my God, I can't believe this. Oh my God, my mind is blown.
Right.
I was like, oh, it's a music video. Like, it wasn't that wild. So try harder, ladies. Like, you gotta, if we're gonna break the internet, let's throw a bigger rock.
Wet ass
Let's more
butthole.
shit.
Wet ass butthole next time. Let's go. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about.
Whoa.
You should get real graphic about it. Have like donut holes and donuts and then like all these other things. That'd be great. That'd be
You know what would be a lot edgier? Because
What?
like what I've seen in porn trends, and like this happened a long time ago, but like I think like Rocco is really, I would credit Rocco as being the innovator of like receiving the male rim job, right? But I've seen it rampant in black porn now. Rampant.
What?
And I don't hear any of these girl rappers coming out talking about how they put their fucking tongue in the asshole like on the regular and this is their gimmick. That would be a lot edgier
Oh no, you
than
can't do
wet
that.
ass pussy.
You can't do that. That's like then you become like because then you literally become like a shit talker. Like that becomes like a literally like a lyrical flip that they can just use on you forever.
I get it. I'm just saying, if we're trying to push the envelope, that's what you're doing in real life, and I know it. So why, why aren't we talking about that? Like, but that's too edgy.
I
So let's make a video where we like dance around like fucking Vegas strippers or Vegas showgirls and just say wet ass pussy references. Like, okay, all right. Or
the
you could push the envelope. So that's what I'm saying. Like, the reason why I bring up Madonna is because when she did what she did, it truly pushed the envelope further than anyone had ever pushed it.
yeah
So it was worth talking about. It was like, have you heard about this? Do you know she did a movie called Truth or Dare? You know Warren Beatty's at the end of that movie? She essentially says I'm fucking Warren Beatty at the end of her movie. That's crazy. What the fuck? Like, this bitch is wild. That was really pushing the envelope.
yeah.
I was hoping that this was something that was going to push the envelope. And maybe that's just me. Maybe I was like thinking that this was more than what it was. But people were saying all kinds of wild shit.
When did this come out, Darren? When did this come out?
I would say, what, 3 weeks ago?
Okay, where are we right now?
What do you
We're in
mean?
the quarantine, dude. There's nothing exciting happened. This is as exciting gets for everybody. What? Somebody talked like the highest level of that clip was literally spitting in somebody's mouth, which is, I would say, a little less mainstream than what everything else they mentioned in that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's all those spit in your mouth memes. You know, so it's,
No,
it's
there's
relatively
no. See, like
mainstream too.
once again, that's your world. That's not everybody else's world. Like that's not you.
Stop!
Like
Stop! Why are you doing that?
I've never seen spit in your mouth memes
Daniel, you
ever.
just took the shovel out. You're like,
I'm
go,
just saying.
Darren.
I'm just saying. Like
Here's
just,
a hole.
that's why I'm just
Here's a hole.
just want to give you
It's
reference.
just you in there.
I just want to give you reference. Like that's not a very common thing that I hear other people talk about. Like once again, I'm giving you reference. Like I'm around people who have 9 to 5s and are in corporate jobs, and that's not the things they talk about. They talk about other things, blowjobs, hand jobs, regular sex. But like they don't talk about spitting in people's mouths. Like literally, like you're the only person I've ever heard say that ever.
oh, oh no.
So like that's what I'm saying. That's the peak of it. But everything else is like from there on out is like, oh, okay, this is normal. So I agree with you.
I'm okay.
Yeah, I agree with you though.
I'm glad you agree.
Yeah.
I regret the heart attack I just had on the podcast live on air. I'm sad that my roommates didn't come to help me.
Nah.
My roommates are busy. They're working out right now. And I nearly died.
That's so
nearly
funny.
died. My chest is tight. My arm, numb arm. This is all bad. Jesus. Okay, speaking of all bad,
Yeah.
something that always upsets me is when I'm scrolling in my feed, which I should not do. So like, don't give me, not you, but internet, don't fucking lecture me on how like you did this to yourself. I know I did it to myself. I'm scrolling through the feed and I see someone be like, they're passing a sexual predator freedom act in California. These rotten motherfuckers. And I'm like, sexual predator freedom act? So something official, sexual predator freedom? Like that didn't read to me. Like when I heard that phrase put together, those 4 words don't seem like they go on paper very well in front of people who have to be held accountable for the shit they sign. Does
Right.
that make sense?
Yeah.
So like I didn't get upset when I saw that. I was like, huh? Like, now maybe there's something going on, right? But I smelled a rat when I saw this. And so I looked into it a bit. There's nothing actually called that. There is something that happened in California and it's complicated.
Yeah, it is.
Right? It's complicated. But I do know that no one was just like going to be set free. There were no incarcerated people that were just going to be like suddenly set free because we are now supporting sexual predators. Like, I don't think that was anybody's message in signing anything that was or wasn't signed, right? But like, that's the impression that was put before this person, and then they formed an opinion and they put that opinion out, and like, lots of people have done the same thing. People that I like. And I'm like, these are smart people. How easily manipulated are we right now that we can be triggered by a phrase that doesn't even really make sense if you say it to yourself 3 times in a row? Like, no one, like, you have to think, like, not like nobody would think that sexual predators should be free. Someone thinks that. They're called sexual predators.
Right.
Like,
They think
someone
they should be
definitely
free.
thinks that.
Yeah.
But to think that people who have to be held accountable for the shit they sign off on would see those words, not necessarily concepts along those lines, but those words and be like, yep, I'll put my name right under that so that I can be burned to death and held under the coals the next time elections are held.
Yeah.
No one would ever fucking put themselves in a position to say that they signed something called that. That's all I'm saying. Nothing called that would ever get signed. So you can't react to things when you see them that way. You have to, like, take a second and be like, hey, what the fuck does that even mean? And when you look into it, something was signed, and like I said, it was complicated. It is complicated. But it isn't what it was said to be. It's something more nuanced. It's something having to do with what happens once someone has been arrested, once they've been incarcerated, what to do with them afterwards, how they will be treated, how they will be processed, how and when and after how long they'll have to register, things along these lines. But it wasn't like, we're going to find a way to free these guys. Like, no one was out there, like, fighting for these dudes.
Yeah.
They're trying to figure out what to do with a problem and put that solution into law. And whether you agree with the solution they came up with or not is different than thinking that, like, you can't make up laws about things we don't like talking about. You have to. You have to make up laws. And then once those laws are made up, you can decide how you feel about them. But, like, you can't just be triggered by a phrase that doesn't even apply. It's dangerous. And it's rampant. And that's the only reason why I wanted to say something about it, is because it's rampant. Like, lots of people are talking about this in ways that, like, don't make sense. And it's just because we're triggered easily. We should be triggered less easily. Like, take a second. Take a fucking second.
Yeah.
Anthony, do you have any weird news for us?
I do. First piece of weird news, which is not really true weird news. It's more like personal news. And let me share the screen to show the people. So let's make this the big screen. So, and I will make you aware of this in a second.
Personal weird news.
So,
That's exciting.
we didn't talk about it last time, but we should talk about it this time. So, as you can see, you guys,
Shit.
yeah, for those who don't know, and Darren can talk about it himself, but Darren can talk about
Are
it.
you circling it over and over
Yeah,
again?
I'm saying Darren can talk about it himself if you don't know, but I'll let Darren talk about it. Yeah.
So the UFC Fight Pass, their marketing department put together a little ad for their TV show or their streaming show called Watch Party. And I got to be on Watch Party twice because I'm with Jess, right? Because I work with Jessica and we're friends and roommates. When they came to say, hey, Jessica, we're going to do this TV show, and we want you to have a crew of people watching the fights, it was our household watching the fights. And the fight that they showed in the clip is Donald Cerrone, Conor McGregor. And they put me, like, front and center in the ad, and I'm the one that's, like, reacting and talking. And I'm not really talking so much as I am flipping the fuck out and then jumping over my couch. Because Conor turns me into an actual fan. So, like, what happened is Conor beats Donald Cerrone in 40 seconds. And Jess is sitting next to me, and in the picture, in the screenshot that Anthony has up on the screen, she's just sitting there with her mouth kind of gaped open, like, oh my God. Like, I can't believe what I'm seeing. And I'm like, I jump up and I'm like, act shocked. And then I jump over the couch and I just flip the fuck out. I flipped out entirely. I was so happy. And it's good to be in that state, you know, like, it's fun to be in the state of just being a fan. And only a few athletes give me that, right? Other athletes, like I can't be a fan for Jess because I don't have time. I'm outside the cage.
Right. You literally have a job.
We have shit to do.
Yeah,
Something's happening.
Yeah.
Some girl's trying to punch your friend. Like, you can't just like sit back and enjoy her work, right? But if I'm sitting on the fucking couch next to my friends and Connor's on the screen, I'd rather be there than at the event. Because, weed in public isn't legal, and I'd rather have a joint nearby. And that was one thing though, we had to compromise. Like, I had to get stoned before the event because I didn't want to go on and off camera or try to like hide the fact that we were smoking weed. It was just a pain in the ass. So like, I just didn't do it.
Oh, they just don't allow you to do it?
Well, you can't do it on camera.
Ah.
Right? And then there's like the possibility of if you go smoke off camera and then there's a whole bunch of smoke flying around in the room.
Oh yeah, that's right, because it'll cloud up the vision of what's going on and stuff like that.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, you just don't do it. So
that's fair.
It's not a secret that I smoke weed, right? It's not like I was concealing the fact. I was concealing my truth. You know what's funny about the ad though?
What? You're on brand. You're on brand. That you're on brand.
No, that's not it. But that is kind of funny. Because that was an accident.
Yeah.
I'm wearing pajama pants.
Mm-hmm.
And the picture in the corner is directly over my dick.
There you go. There you go. They're just like, we gotta cover this up.
They censor barred my dick. And Casey's dick too, to be fair.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
But I made it about me because I'm a piece of shit.
There you go.
And weird news,
That's
Darren's
weird.
a piece of shit who jumps over couches.
All right, let me turn this one off. Let me put this back on for you, and let me find the other piece of weird news. But basically, do you know who Sarah Huckabee is?
Is she related to Mike Huckabee?
She could be. I don't know.
Who is Sarah Huckabee?
I'm sorry, Sarah Huckabee Sanders. So she was at one point in time, I believe, Trump's press secretary. And,
Okay.
And I don't know if I'll show you a face. I don't know if you recognize her face. This lady.
I've seen this lady.
Okay. So basically, there was a meeting back in 2018, and she's writing. So she's got fired or quit or whatever happened, and she's writing a tell-all book about her experience working with Trump. And then in 2018 in June, she got to meet. She went to North Korea. No, I'm sorry, she didn't get to North Korea. She was in Singapore. They had like a summit, and she got to meet Kim Jong-un. And in that meeting, apparently Kim Jong-un was just like entranced with her and just started staring at her and looking her up and down, and then gave her like a wink. And so all she could think was like, what just happened? Surely Kim Jong-un did not just mark me. Which I was like, this is such a very weird way of saying that somebody was attracted to you or gave you like a look or something. But I think the better part about it was like Trump got super excited. He's like, Kim Jong hit on you. He did. He fucking hit on you. And then they were like, they were riding back in the limousine, and it's like, well, Sarah, that settles it. You're going to North Korea and taking one for the team. Your husband and kids will miss you, but you'll be a hero to your country.
So that sounds like a joke.
It definitely was a joke, but because he even says he joked. But
And in a closed area with someone that you know, I would like to think that joke would fly, right? That like if we go to a meeting and some creepy dude fucking hits on my friend, then as soon as we get in the car, we're gonna be like, holy shit, like that motherfucker, he wants a title shot. Like this is the kind of conversation that would have happened if I was Donald Trump in that moment. I would have gotten in my limo and been like, are you fucking serious, dude? And she'd be like, what? And I'm like, what? That motherfucker wants a title shot. He wants a title fight immediately. You know what? I'm sorry. Like you're gonna have to take one for America. Like we need this. We need this. Like I guess you're his wife now. Like,
yeah.
Like, that would be the joke. And then once we got home, I wouldn't bring it up for like a month, and then I bring it up again.
Yeah.
Like remember that time that fucking weirdo dictator tried to get a title shot? Like I don't think that buries Donald Trump.
Oh, it doesn't. I don't. But
I don't even know if that's her intent.
I don't think so. I think for her, I don't think so. I don't think it was, because she even says that he joked about it. So she was very clear to make that a statement. But I also think she wasn't. I don't think she was comfortable with it, because she's like I'm a very devout Christian woman. So
well, he didn't do anything obscene.
Right? No,
he didn't grab his dick at her.
No, he
right?
didn't. No,
that's
no,
not the thing. That wouldn't be anything to laugh about.
No,
check that guy.
Not that. No,
but
not
if
that
a guy
part.
winks at a woman, he winks at a woman.
Yeah, no, not that part. Not
that's
that part.
nothing.
That's not the
That's
part.
nothing overt.
Yeah, I don't think that's the obscene thing to her. I think it's just the joke about it was obscene to her, that person, because like she's like, like, sir, please stop. Like, it's like it wasn't like
Okay, so if I make a joke and then someone says please stop, then you stop the joke.
yeah, but it's like
But like you make the joke.
yeah,
You make
no.
the fucking joke.
The
That's
joke
a
is
that's
the
impossible
joke.
not
The
to
joke
make.
is there, and
I'm
it's
sorry.
funny.
What
It's
the fuck are we
funny.
talking about? Like, yeah, like you can't be upset for someone telling that joke immediately because that joke needs to be told. Like that joke needs to be told.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, once the joke has been said, if the joke is not appreciated by the jokee, then you don't have to retract the joke. The joke is too good to retract. Because how many times will a dictator wink at someone that you're next to?
Yeah.
Right? That's not going to happen very many times. You must make that joke. But you have to stop the joke at the second the person is uncomfortable. Otherwise, you actually are pushing them past the point when they're in a work environment and shit. Like, you got to be like, all right, respect. But like, if you're just my homie, we're not working together, and you say, oh, come on. I say, not making that joke until you want to fight me.
Yeah.
That's too good. It's too good. It's too good. I'm sorry. Like,
it's a great.
Eventually, you're gonna hit me in the arm or punch me in the face, depending on how angry you are. But we're going until we get there. We're going until we get there, because when else? Well, it wasn't just some random guy in a bar.
No,
like
we're
talking about this.
I don't know. I don't know. It was great, and you were right. That is Mike Huckabee is her father.
Okay.
But the other thing that was funny too was that like there's like a part where Trump is offering Kim Jong Un a Tic Tac, and like Kim Jong Un's like very like suspicious of it. He's like, I'm not taking this, and so Trump had
taking your fucking poison, you son.
Yeah, that's exactly what he thought. He's like, this is poison. So Trump had to like blow in the air and like to show some way that wasn't poison somehow.
No, look, bro, that's not poison. I just blew all the poison off. All the poison's gone now.
He's like, all right, I'll take this, I guess. I mean, you got to imagine. I just like, this is what I thought. Like, it'd be fun to be like, right now would be like a presidential advisor or like a campaign advisor right now for either one of those people. Because I think right now you could do whatever you want, and whatever that is, good or bad, that would win the person the election. And I think that'd be a hilarious thing to do. Like, if I was like Joe Biden's like, Anthony, we need to win this. We'll do anything at whatever cost. Here's $2 million to make it happen. I'd be like, all right, Joe Biden, this is what we're gonna do. You're gonna have a speech somewhere in a pro-gun state, and you're gonna talk about how you don't want to restrict guns. Then a shooter is gonna come on stage and try to shoot you, but then you pull out your unnamed Glock. We don't want any branding and no branding. You hit him with one, then Kamala Harris comes in and tackles him down, and then it's like, so that way it's like it's like he's a strong man. You can't say that he's not a strong man mentally and physically because he just pulled out that gun and shot that dude down. And then you have Kamala Harris who's like she doubles down on her like I'm a cop. I arrest people. And so you get everybody in that moment because now he's like
But he's got to get really shot though.
The guy's gonna get really shot. Like no, the guy's gonna have to die. Like. The guy's gonna have to die because nobody can know about this.
Anthony's like, "What are we fucking playing? Fucking softball here?
Yeah.
Is this t-ball?
This guy's gonna be dead.
Fucking bitch.
This guy's gonna be dead. Like
we're killing this guy, Darren. What the fuck do you think we're doing? We don't just shoot a guy. You fucking kill him.
Yeah, like what happens is like the security's too slow, but Joe just comes out with the quickness. Blah blah. It's two. Then you see Kamala just dive on the guy, knock the gun out of his hand, just beat the mess out of this dude, and then it's like, all right.
She starts whipping him and screaming.
Yeah. Yeah. Stop resisting! And everybody starts clapping, and they're like, "Yeah, yeah!" And then like you do a deep dive on the guy's Facebook, you find out he's anti-American, and then then it becomes like a whole that whole scene becomes. There's no real reporters there. There's all people with cell phones, different types of cell phones.
Plants.
Yeah, plants. It's like you got some Android, some Apple, some Microsoft cell phones you don't even remember, and they're all recording this. They're all recording what happened, and then that's the video you put out there, and you say that's the type of president I am. Trump, what kind of president are you? So now Trump's either thing is he has to kill somebody else, or he has to do something even crazier, and it's like, all right, like I will box Mike Tyson for 5 rounds. And then you gotta get one of like him taking a good body shot, and then he comes back with that American right uppercut and knocks Tyson out, or at least goes to decision with them, and they both get their hands raised. And you got to say that like, oh yeah, like the president really, and then that's how it goes. You make these ridiculous things, so that way.
No, the other one's better.
The other one's better.
Biden shooting the guy is a great plan. Donald Trump boxing Mike Tyson is the worst idea I've ever heard. But Joe Biden shooting a dude and Kamala beating the fuck out of him is an image that is gonna bring me joy for many years.
It should. It should. Like it should. It's like yeah. Like that Tim Dillon thing still gets me to this day. It's like him saying like it's like nobody can really be upset about Kamala Harris. She's like she arrests black people. It's like yeah, she arrests black people. No, she's a Democrat. Oh, it's like yeah, she's a tough cop. Yeah, no, she's a Democrat. Oh. It's like she locks up black people. Yeah. It's like no, Democrat. Oh, like it's like that. You just gotta use that to your advantage. So you make those things happen. Nobody can be upset. All the black people like, damn, that's a badass first lady. And you see Joe with the strap, blah blah. And then you like then you have all the pro gun guys being like, whoa, like look at the way look at his trigger discipline. Like that's amazing.
Joe with the strap.
As everybody gets excited about it. And then they find out this guy was an anti-American. You don't even have to say he's a Trump supporter, just an anti-American. Because that's the best part.
I'm going to have to schedule some kind of appointment with an online therapist just to deal with that image in my mind of Joe with the strap.
Yeah, it takes everything back. Because think about it like that. Like it takes like, and then he has to say a cool line at the end, like "This is my America," and then blah blah. And then, like when
you can't stop me from leading America.
Yeah. No, that's too.
You can't stop me from leading the people.
No, because see that sounds like it's a movie. But like, if you say this is my America, it's like whoa, like all right, what does that mean? And then he kills that guy, and then it's like oh, I get it. Like this, it's just like it's very ambiguous. It's not like whoa, and then it's enough that people, and then even if it gets found out that it's fake, you just put a little Joe Biden like commercial or advertisement at the bottom.
You really killed the guy. You really killed him.
It's like even if they find they're like, oh, this is not real, this has been set up, and it's like you just have like a little thing at the bottom when it plays on the news cycle that this was a Joe Biden advertisement paid by Joe Biden and his supporters.
Paid for it in the blood of John Doe. John Doe's family has been well taken care of.
Exactly. But he's like, I'm just letting you guys know.
John Doe's been suicidal for many years.
I'm just letting you guys know what I would do in that scenario. And then after that point, like, what could they say? Like my only thing is like, hey, I need you to help out. If I do this for you, Joe Biden, I have to tell you something. I need you to help out my people. A lot of my friends in a lot of states would like something legalized. If you can get that to happen immediately, as soon as you're inaugurated, the first day of president.
It's called crack.
It's called crack. We need that. We need that. But if you can make that legal, all right. And let those people free out of jail. Let those people out of jail. Then yeah, we're good. We're cool.
Then it's worth his life.
It's worth that guy's life. Honestly, like you're gonna be president for 3 terms. Like you're gonna be in a wheel. You're gonna be on your respirator in your deathbed, like still being a president. People are gonna think how tough you are. Like forget Richard Nixon. Forget Roosevelt, Teddy Roosevelt.
Oh my God.
Like you're the new tough guy. Your face is gonna be on the mountain.
You just changed everything about my life. I had energy before this podcast started. I've never been more exhausted in my life. I can't believe you just said Joe with the strap. And you just made that up.
Yeah.
You just created a world where you had like a closed set where you had staged reporters with cell phones recording an event where a politician would shoot an innocent man.
Not an innocent man. Not an innocent man. A man who comes on the stage, so he has a gun as well, and he said that solves literally that covers everything. Are you
implying that they're having a fucking duel?
Yes, not even a duel. It's not even a duel because the guy didn't get a shot off. The guy comes in, says his speech like "Fuck you, Joe, you're liberal bullshit," and then Joe pulls out the gun and just shoots him. And then like that's how it ends because then like it's like this is my America, and then that's how it ends. And then people are gonna do remixes. They're gonna have Childish Gambino's song come in. Childish Gambino.
And you're liberal bullshit. And then Joe just shoots him.
And that's the end, and that's how you win. This is how you win in the 2020 political climate right now. That's how you do it. Like if you want this,
I almost severely injured myself.
You can have it for free, but I need you to give me that, like hey, we got you. I want that letter written in, like, yep, we got you, dude. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And then like
Anthony,
it's a airtight case. Fake news, it's like Trump. You've been fake news your whole life. There you go. You have everything covered. Everything is there.
It's all there now.
Yeah, it's all there. Don't matter. He come out, he pulled the trigger, he go bang bang, and then it's over. And then Kamala come in, she take the mount.
She took the mount. She
take the mouse.
put the fucking
elbow.
Then she shaved the guy's face on the ground.
Unrecognizable.
Anthony, it has been an incredible podcast.
Thank you.
I appreciate you bringing the podcast to the people once again.
Mm-hmm.
Without your hard work, we have nothing. We are fucking nothing. So you are the fucking king. Internet, I must bid you adieu. Anthony has exhausted me. This fucking image is too much for me to handle. I'm gonna take a nap so that I can be of service to the person that has the private lesson. Otherwise, I'm gonna be a worthless piece of shit.
Yeah.
So, Internet, I bid you adieu. Anthony, this is goodbye for real.
Oh, can I talk to you? Can I talk to you after this?
Anthony. Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Peace.